So sorry that I wasn't a pushover and I didn't just allow the superstars to manipulate and persuade me of whatever they may want and need that day.
You can see her in WWE television on SmackDown, and you can see her this Saturday night at the BMO Harris Bank Center. WWE Saturday night's main event. A lot going on. Friday Night SmackDown, a big episode here. Now, Sonya, recently, fans have been expecting you to be an official who makes matches and gets involved in things. But recently, that position has been changed, and fans want to know how you feel about that.
How I feel about it. Well, I was unjustly and wrongfully relieved of my duties as WWE official, which I'm still not sure if that decision should stick or will stick. I think I'm the best WWE general manager to ever step foot. Ever. And I think I did a great job of being fair-minded and just to everybody on the roster from top to bottom. I think I made calls that took courage and guts for sure. And I think some people don't like change and don't like difference. And so, yeah, sometimes when you're middle management and you're not a superstar, you can be easily intimidated or threatened by a strong, powerful woman who is a superstar and is meant to be a leader. So that's all I'll say about that.
Well, what about the people that say that position kind of corrupted you a little bit? Because you're a beloved superstar. Fans were really behind you before this, and then the suit came on a little bit.
I just don't understand how it's corruption. I did nothing but give opportunities where opportunities were fit, and where they weren't, I didn't give them. So sorry that I wasn't a pushover and I didn't just allow the superstars to manipulate and persuade me of whatever they may want and need that day. I stayed true to myself and I made the decisions that I felt were just, and I think I did a great job of managing both that and being an in-ring competitor. Honestly, if I wasn't me, I'd be envious of me.
Okay, absolutely. Envy is something I have to bring up. I bought a new suit last year and I thought it was a wonderful purchase, but it seems like you have a parade of the most tailored, finest fits. We can debate about the position you had as an official, but I would say there is no debate that you may be the best dressed superstar in all of the WWE. People have been telling you this for a while, correct?
Well, thank you. Yeah, I think, I always tell everyone it's all about the fit. It's all about the tailoring. I feel I do have an array of colors and patterns, but it's all about the fit. You gotta get it tailored very slim. And with women's suits, they're very hard to find. So I do have to get them custom made. So yeah, lucky for me, they just fit them right to me.
Recently, you've been having some issues with a certain fan favorite superstar who's been making a return back to the ring, Alexa Bliss, but it hasn't been too favorable. Tell me about your issues with Alexa, because it's been going wild. She's gotten a couple wins on you here, and now you're going off on referees. You got fined. Do we know how much of that fine was?
Adam put out a thing saying I paid via money order. Honey, haven't used money order since 1995. I don't even understand.
PayPal, Venmo, how do the fines paid now?
It's fine. I mean, you pay PayPal, Venmo, money, whatever. The money's not an issue for me. I'm not worried about that. In terms of Alexa Bliss, I've been working both brands, Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, for a year and a half. I've been running the show as general manager, stepping in the ring whenever need be with the top stars in both divisions. She was, I don't know where, and comes back and thinks she can beat me. The first time she got lucky because I was distracted. I was distraught. I just lost my job that I've worked my butt off for the last year and a half. So she got lucky. She caught me off guard. The second time I won. I had her shoulders down for like a 10 count. I hit her. She went down. Her shoulders were on the mat for a 10 count. The referee, I'm trying to be nice here. The nice, lovely referee was distracted by trying to retie a turnbuckle that I never even got off. And so he didn't count the pin. I won that match fair and square. So yeah, I have beef with Alexa Bliss because I've been sitting here busting my butt and I don't know where she's been. She comes back and just thinks she can take my spot, try to put me on my heels. It's insulting.
Let's say you're an official again and you have that power to make any type of match you want. Again, ideally, right? And you have this issue with Alexa and you can put yourself in any type of match. Do you go into Hell in a Cell or do you go into something else? You make the match. The power is once again back in your hands. I know the pin has been taken away, let's say the pen is put right back there in your well-tailored hand, and you get to write it down there on the card for coming up Hell in a Cell, wherever you may choose to get it back in the ring with Alexa Bliss. What is that match?
I'm gonna stray away from that a little bit, because this is what I'm gonna say. Whether I'm wearing a suit, whether I'm a WWE official, or whether I'm Sonya Deville, the in-ring competitor, I control my fate and my destiny one way or another. I will always find a way to do what I need to do and to get what I want. Always. That has been me since I was 10 years old. I always find a way to make it happen. And so regardless of some title that you take or don't take away from me, I will always find a way, and I will always persevere, and I will always be at the top, because I'm a winner.
There we go. I don't mind not getting a match specific thing, but you definitely put yourself in the position you need to be in here. Talk about this. You started with Tough Enough. You came into the building with a lot of pressure in that situation, because there's people in the performance center who grinding, and here you are on television from the word go, and now you get yourself in all these different positions from working with Mandy Rose coming up. Did you ever think when you started and making the transition from MMA as well, which is also a tough, challenging world, did you ever think you were going to be in this position where you're on television all the time? You're on TV all the time. I mean, to get 3 minutes or 4 minutes of TV is like, wow, that's great. But you were like a critical player. You were like a fundamental mechanic player for WWE in the last few years.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, starting through a reality show, through Tough Enough, is definitely a unique experience, because it was kind of also simultaneously my introduction to the WWE in general. Coming from the MMA world, I didn't grow up watching wrestling. So I kind of came to this tryout as an opportunity, being open-minded to see what it was about, and then didn't know that I was going to fall in love with it. Didn't realize that I was going to want to leave MMA to come here. But I instantly saw the future in it. I instantly became obsessed and passionate about it. And I just trusted my gut. I was like, this is what I'm here. This is what I'm meant to do. And so every day was just a learning experience. I was trying to figure out what this world was about, how to succeed in it, how to stay true to myself and integrate my MMA with the wrestling. So it was kind of just like a on the fly, like hang on by the seat of my coattails and try to figure it out day by day. And yeah, I couldn't imagine being 7 years ago thinking where I'd be today would be right here, like you said, representing both brands in a position of power and now back in the ring. It's been a really cool experience, and I've had the honor to learn from a lot of really cool people. Coming up in Absolution with Paige and Mandy was so cool, being with my best friend, but also learning from Paige, someone who really has put her fingerprint on the women's division and helped make it what it is. And just being able to be in the division that I'm in now with so many athletic, talented, physical girls that just inspire me and teach me every day. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But no, 7 years ago, I can't lie and say that I thought this is where I was going to be standing. I had high hopes, but you can never kind of picture it exactly. So yeah, this is pretty cool.
Mentioned high hopes. Paige has been talking a lot recently about her hopefully finally, fingers crossed, getting back in that ring. And obviously I think a lot of people in the WWE locker room would welcome that. I don't know the update, but you mentioned high hopes. I'm rooting for that. I certainly know you are. I want to talk about this. You've been a great leader for WWE in ushering a wonderful acceptance of the LGBT plus community, which has always been a part of the WWE fandom and WWE universe. And you've been a great leader and representation of that. It was something you had on Total Divas. It's now something you continue to have next month with Pride Month. I know there are plenty of different events and charities that you contribute to as well. Could you tell us about maybe some of that and some other efforts you're making in your life with those issues?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are partnering with GLAAD again. We're going to do the GLAAD unboxing event that we always do, which is one of my favorite things to do. It's a bunch of cool, really big companies that partner with GLAAD each year to do rainbow themed products. And so I'll be unboxing that and releasing that. WWE also this year, for the first time ever, will be partaking in the Los Angeles Pride Parade. And I have my own float. And so I'll be out there representing. I'm so excited. Or vehicle. We're like going back and forth on ideas right now, and finalizing all that good stuff. But hopefully I'll see some of the WWE universe out there, but we're really, really excited because obviously LA Pride is one of the biggest pride parades. So I think it's a really big deal that we'll be there representing, and we're going to have some Pride exclusive merch that I don't know if I'm allowed to say yet, but I just did. We're going to have some really cool things. I'm really excited. I really, me and the kind of community relations department have been hand in hand for the last few years, just trying to make the most out of these events. We did a really cool photo shoot this year that involved a lot of your favorite WWE superstars that I cannot wait to release. I did like behind the scenes and I was going to post it. And then like the photographer was like, no, don't release again. So it's coming. I can't tell you guys what it is, but I'm really, really excited about it. Yeah, we're doing a lot this year. And that's kind of been the goal since I got here and since I came out. And once I was comfortable with myself, the first like year or two, I didn't even know if I was comfortable being out. And obviously along the way, I started to find myself and get more comfortable. And then I was like, wait, I got to use this platform. I have to use my voice, because just a year ago, I didn't have a voice and I was scared. And so I just kind of wanted to give that for other people. So we've been integrating and trying to do more and more with the community as the years go on, and WWE's been on board with it. So I'm excited.
It's exciting. It's absolutely wonderful. I've had friends who I've attended for friends at the Chicago Pride Parade, and I've seen the creative friends who are in the industry or in entertainment or something like that. I was like, oh, how come they're not at the party? They're in the parade. I was like, oh, okay. All right. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. All right. So I completely understand that. You got your own float. That's awesome. All right, that is coming up. LA Pride, look out for that. Follow you on all the social medias as well. WWE will be at the BMO Harris Bank Center this Saturday. You can win tickets at the xrockford.com. That is the xrockford.com. Sonya Deville active Monday night, SmackDown. You're everywhere. And Alexa Bliss should look out for you the next time you're in the ring. Sonya, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you so much. Bye.